Hey guys, welcome to this live episode of the Rip Griffin Show, coming to you live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, all at the same time simultaneously. This is something new for the Rip Griffin Show that I am excited to try out. And with me tonight is the owner of the Victoria Armadillos, Austin Hicks. Austin, thanks for joining me on this live broadcast tonight.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me.
Now, this is exciting uh, for the show and for the organization as well. I know we've met a few weeks ago that during your tryouts with the team and everything, and so yeah, how are things going with the tryouts and whatnot?
They're going. I mean, it's there's a lot of work that we're having to do on the back end, of course. Um, but as it sits, we're I've been getting with the coaches. We have quite a few players coming up, coming out to them. We have something pretty exciting coming this Saturday. So I'm not gonna say what it is, but
Oh,
it
come on.
no, it's a suspense. We have to keep it. Um, so hopefully, the news and everyone out there gets it, and we should. I think it's a pretty big excitement on it.
Awesome, awesome. Well, we can't wait to see and to hear about it. Right now, like I said, we are going live on this episode of the Rip Griffin Show. So if you have any questions that you'd like to ask Austin or myself regarding the show or the organization, feel free to send us a comment. You can send it to us on the live stream right now, or you can actually, um, I posted a link on the Facebook page, so you can actually come in and actually talk to us and meet us. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to get the word out for the Victoria Armadillos to get the city of Victoria behind the team as we continue to, watch this team grow. So, Austin, I'm excited for this team. I think the city of Victoria is going to be, uh, actually, from what we've already seen so far, what we've already heard, the team has got great reviews from throughout the community so far, which is great to hear and see.
Yeah, definitely, that's a big thing for me. I want to be involved in the community. I want them to, come out. I want to be family based, so that's what I'm bringing to it, and I love the support that we've already gotten so far, and we're inching closer to 1,000 followers. Once we do that, we're gonna have a nice little giveaway for a contest for it. So
Oh, fantastic! That's gonna be awesome. So, you guys, be sure to head over to the Victoria Armadillos. They're on Facebook, right? Is that where the website's at right now?
yes, we have a Facebook. We're working on the website. We also have an Instagram. We're starting to work on everything social media wise. So right now it's just mainly on Facebook.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so be sure to like and subscribe to the Facebook page. That way, you can be up to date whenever the team posts something about tryouts or merchandise or anything of that nature. Be sure to like their page there. So let me ask you this: uh, Have you made any selections so far, or are you still in the tryout and observation stage?
We have some ideas that we're going with on the selection part. Once again, I don't want to give too much out there. I mean, we do have some names out there, and people do know who they are. Um, but we should be doing a final selection probably mid September and
Okay.
starting to practice more towards the end of September.
Okay. So is the season still on track to start in October, or because of COVID and things like that, are you gonna possibly push things back?
Yeah, so we're watching it. COVID's really kind of doing the biggest thing to us right now. Right now, it sits that we're pushing to have a half season this year, starting in January, going through February. I'm not 100% sure if we're going to have it, barring COVID allows us, and the other teams that are in the league as well. We can get some things locked down, and once we do, we'll be solid.
Okay. All right. So, but still, I mean, it's exciting for baseball to come back, especially to the city of Victoria. I know we have the Victoria Generals, but we've also got the Victoria Armadillos now, which is a semi-professional baseball team. So it's a lot of excitement and a lot of buzz around the team. I know there's a some merchandise and whatnot. Are you planning on doing any type of that anytime soon, or?
So the merch we have in works right now. Actually, we're working with Martin Printing, which is our main sponsor that we have, on getting a more of like a kind of like a flyer out there to show what we have, like shirts, hats. We have gaiters. We can do masks. I actually have a mask right here. Just kind of an idea. This is a kid's one.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, we have a lot of stuff coming out. We're going to be doing all kinds of different colors. So yeah, we'll be rolling out with some very, very shortly.
Excellent, excellent. And you'll post that on the Facebook page as well.
Yes, I will.
Awesome, awesome. So man, it looks like there's lots going on still behind the scenes and whatnot. But if you have any questions for us, be sure to send them on over. If you have any questions for Austin about the team as you're watching the broadcast, send them on over. We would like to get your interaction, your feedback, or you want to join the conversation. Click on a link that's posted on the website on the Facebook page, and you can come in and actually join us and have a talk with us. We got Randy watching. Thank you, Randy. So
Randy's a good buddy of mine. He he actually has a team up in Grand Prairie. So
oh, awesome, fantastic. So little friendly competition going on right now, huh?
There's no competition there. We're just gonna beat them. That's it.
Oh, watch out, Randy. Watch out. But hey, talk about your coaching staff. Who do you have as your coaches? I know you got a player coach, your general managers. Who's part of your organization?
Yeah. So my GM and head coach right now is Philip Barone. Very, very experienced at doing what he's doing. He's coached the VC Pirates. I believe it was for 6 years, and he's been around baseball pretty much his whole life. He's also the GM for us. Philip.
Philip's actually watching right now.
And so yeah, he's a great guy. And I trust him to run our team. We have an assistant coach, Carlos Garcia. He's been around baseball once again his whole life. He's coached all the way up to high school. Our pitching coach right now is Steven. He played a little bit of college ball for UHV, so he's kind of local for us. We also have another assistant coach, Christopher Solis. He actually, from what I've found out over a few weeks, he's tried out and played in the pros. And then our player coach is Daniel Tunchez. So a lot of them know him. He's very local. He does a lot of like the baseball academies for the kids here. He's played pro. I think he played for the Giants the last I know. And and then he just kind of came back, and he's great too. So yeah, that's our coaching staff. We're still looking to expand. I think we need one more coach that we need to put on the team. Yeah, it's going pretty well.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. So Philip wrote in. He said you've got some tryouts come out.
Yep, we have them coming out on the August 22nd, which is a week from now.
Okay, and is that going to be at Riverside Park or Riverside Stadium?
Yep, it is. It's going to be at Riverside Stadium. Registration, I believe it ends at 8:30, and we're going to get started at 9. As long as you're there, you're ready to warm up, and started by 9. That's when we're pushing to start.
Okay, so if you're a player that wants to, continue playing baseball, tryouts August 22nd at Riverside Stadium. Come on out, try out for the team, and keep trying to push your baseball career. So, going forward, what I kind of had a thought here and I lost it. Boy, this is live too, and there's dead silence.
Wow. It's probably because you're wearing the Astro hat. That's probably what it is.
Yeah. So Astros did win today, 2-1. Right now, I think your Rangers are still in the lead.
3-2 with the base runners on the corners right now.
Oh boy. So Rangers are looking to kind of add some more runs across the plate. So let me ask you this: as part of the organization, now I have my thoughts back. Are you looking to have any type of front office personnel that kind of handle the day-to-day operations for you?
So yes, we're going to be getting into that. I know we just brought on a marketer, Joey Falcon. He's more like marketing and sales.
Okay.
So yeah, we're going to be looking for more like front office, and that's in the years to come. I know we're still developing, we're still getting out there, and we're just looking forward to bringing great exciting baseball out here.
Uh, Norman Grisham wrote in, no trash cans involved. No, I don't think there would be any trash cans, um, at this level at least. But um, but anyways, that's exciting to to hear what as the years will go on, that the growth that the Armadillos will have is going to be exciting, and I know you're excited. I know the community is excited as well. So let me ask you this: what are your expectations with the first season coming around?
Are you talking about the half season, first full season?
Let's go first full season. We'll say the half season is kind of a prelude to the full season.
I mean, the first full season, I the way I see it is, the half season is going to just kind of do our test run, see how we're looking out here. First full season, our goals is to kind of have more family base, and I want to make it. Victoria's a baseball town. I love Victoria to death. I've been here pretty much all my life. I've grown up here. And so bringing the crowd out, bringing the communities, the community together, the families out here, and then just enjoying baseball, So, and first full season, we're gonna bring a championship back to Victoria. I'm sorry to say it, and with everyone else, I know the other teams are on here, but they can't get the force like we have over here.
Watch
And
out, Randy. Watch out.
No, but in the first season, I look to have a winning record and make playoffs. I mean, if we can bring a championship back, hey, more power to us. But we're going to bring it back pretty quickly.
Wow, Randy said that was cute. So I say, if you're watching, if you're watching this live on Facebook, and you'll be able to see the comments that are going back and forth right now. Philip wrote back in saying that the team is in the process of getting a contract written up to use the baseball field next to, I believe, Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, actually, that's where we're going to be practicing.
Okay.
It's that baseball field. There's a little bit of work that we had to put into it, but VIC is kind enough to let us utilize it, practice on it, and fix it up for them. So that's going to be like a home of our, where we're practicing at. And probably where we're going to do some camps. If not there, probably Riverside Stadium, get the kids out there. So yeah, that's where we're going to be practicing at.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I think that, I think the VC Pirates used to play on that field, if I'm not mistaken. That's been, several years ago though, but I mean, that's going to be good. It's a good place for the team to get started, to practice, to kind of get into that game situation, and then the games obviously will be at Riverside Stadium. Or are you planning on using maybe possibly one of the other two fields that are behind Riverside Stadium?
I don't see us doing that. I think it's going to be Riverside Stadium. We have the contract going up with them right now. The only way I can see us using any of those other fields is if there's work going on in the stadium. We just can't get in. No, we're going to have our games over there.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So like I said, guys, if you're watching the show here live on the Facebook, YouTube, and even Twitter accounts, send us a comment or even join on the show here. Come on and we'll talk some baseball. And Philip just corrected me. The VC Pirates did have games at. Okay, I was correct. Okay, thank you, Philip. I'm sorry. But yeah, be sure to send us some comments. If you're watching this, great. If not, there will be a audio version of this on the podcast that you can go back and listen to there in the future. So coming to you live with Austin Hicks of the Victoria Armadillos. He's the owner of the team. So Austin, for those that are just joining us, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.
Yeah. No, it's out that we're having. And hey, we support Rip Griffin 100%. We're backing it. So this is kind of our main home podcast. So I know me and you had a chat over it. And this is kind of where we're going to be reporting with.
Yeah, that's awesome. We're in the works right now, trying to get a podcast set up for the Victoria Armadillos. So that's going to be awesome to get that out there. We'll have have the coaches come on, or whoever would like to come on the show. We'll talk some baseball, talk people within the community and whatnot. and kind of continue to get the name of the Armadillos out there so people can show up opening day and pack the stands. Hopefully, with hopefully COVID will be gone by then. So that's what we want. We want to see the stands full and cheering and watching your hometown Victoria team take the field for the first time in 2021.
Oh yeah, 100%. I want everyone out there. So the first opening, even on our half season opening day, I want to pack the stadium. We'll be running some charity stuff. So just be looking out for it. We'll have promotions going on each game day.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'll be posting that stuff as well on my Facebook page. That way, like I said, we're gonna be doing a lot of collaboration with each other. So it's gonna be exciting for both the Rick Griffin Show and the Victoria Armadillos. So I'm excited to get this collaboration going.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. And Philip, yes, to go to your point, yeah, there is a lot of local talent in Victoria, and even Norman. I took a couple players from Corpus, but it's okay. They've played through the Victoria atmosphere and they just like it up here.
Yeah, Randy. Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to share, anything to help, promote independent, semi-professional baseball. So I'm a big baseball guy. I've been around the game since I was a kid. So definitely happy to help support the independent semi-pro teams. So absolutely, Randy. Thanks for shouting out. So man, I lost my thought again.
Man, gotta get control of that. It must be a Monday to you or something.
I guess so. I'm a little rusty. Like I said, I haven't done a podcast in a while. I've been kind of doing some other things. So this is kind of a trying to knock the rust off type deal. But let me ask you this. So have you had any thoughts of what kind of promotions you might want to start to run as the season gets started?
We're in the works on that right now. I know I want to try to do like a food drive, and possibly, I mean, that's one of the things that we've done. I haven't really gotten into too much detail on it. We're trying to figure out when we can do a back to school event. I know I think Victoria doesn't start until, I believe we don't go back to school until the 7th, September 7th. I know we start like over face to face on the computer. I think it's Monday is when we start. But just to kind of give back to the community. So get some donations coming through and, go to each school, whatever it may be, go to these families and drop off a couple things with them. But yeah, we're going to have like food drives. I know during the first full season, we'll have more promotions. I know in December, we will have, we're going to have like more of like where the players get to go and hang out with the kids. They get to go shopping. They get some things for the toys. We're going to do toys for tots and whatnot. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to be awesome for the community to kind of, be engaged with the Armadillos, and Armadillos engage with the community as well. So one thing I want to ask you is about sponsorships. I know you mentioned you've got one major sponsor right now in Martin Printing. If there's anybody watching right now, what kind of packages do you think you might have for sponsors?
It just depends. I have all around. I have for bigger businesses. I even have them for smaller businesses, the mom and pop businesses that are just more local, like small business. I mean, each one of them, you're going to get season tickets with it. So, and then you kind of add in, I know Martin, they're one of our bigger sponsors. They're definitely our go-to. That's who does our merch for us. So we offer all kinds. It goes it's really up to them. And I present them all to them. So if you have a smaller business, we have one that's out there affordable for you. You're still going to get the name on the back of the shirts, whatnot. And the bigger businesses, obviously, you're going to get a little bit more out there. So.
All right. So yeah, if you're interested in being a sponsor, can they reach you through the Facebook page?
Yeah, either the Facebook page or you can give us a call. And our number's on the Facebook page as well. We also have an email.
Okay. What's that email?
The Victoria Armadillos at gmail.com.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna try to put that up here on the screen here.
Oh,
So
my comments went away.
I'll put it in the show notes here after the show's over. So we got sponsorships going on. We've got baseball coming soon. We've got a podcast for the Victoria Armadillos. So things are headed in the right direction for the organization, which is great to hear. So I mean, I don't know. I'm excited about this. I know you are as well. I know the community is excited. You know, what can we do to help promote the league or the team some more?
And really, it's just going on, liking our page, following our page, getting involved, asking questions, post to our group, our page, whatever it may be. If y'all have any ideas, definitely shoot us a message. Any sponsorship, shoot us a message, call us, email us, just to kind of get out there. And we're going to start getting merchandise orders, hats, shirts, whatever it may be. So, kind of get with us. Come and watch our tryouts. We're gonna, like I said, this Saturday we're gonna have a big, probably a nice little surprise for the community. Let's just put it that way. And everyone's gonna, I think, once they come out, they'll see it, and it's just gonna take off after that.
That's awesome. Here,
Yep.
Carlos just chimed in and said open tryouts are for the community. So, and then Colton, he wrote in, do we have a date for opening day yet?
So it's looking, I know we have January 1st is going on, and this is just the half season. We might do one on the 2nd. If not, we're going to do one on the 3rd. We're going to do a game on the 3rd.
Okay.
We might have like an open ceremony on the 2nd to kind of get everyone out there, maybe on a Friday if we can get stuff approved. That's just stuff we have to take care of on our end.
Right. So how do you think it might work with the teams, since we have the high school teams and the UHV baseball team, and then of course Armadillos all using the same field? Do you think there might be some scheduling conflicts by chance, or do you think the Armadillos will kind of stick to that weekend schedule?
We're going to have conflicts with it more in like the middle of February, kind of like towards the back end and wrapping up our season. And that's something I've talked with Parks and Rec about. We're going to try to figure out their schedules, and work around them. If we can do a couple games on the weekends, if it's in the back end of the season, I'm really trying to hope we can work around it. If not, we'll have to schedule during the week or something.
Okay. So since the now are the players are going to be able to work other jobs and whatnot during the season?
Yeah. So they'll have their main jobs. This is really what it's for. I know I have a couple of players in mind that we're looking at that work at the plant, or they work, construction, whatever it may be. If they get called out, I mean, we can't control that. So that's why we're going to staff a team to where if any of these players do have to be at work, okay, we have someone else that can step right into their spot.
Okay.
So yeah.
So let me ask you this: how many do you anticipate being on the roster?
Anywhere from 22 to 25, maybe even a little bit more than that. I know a minimum of 22 is that we're probably going to have.
Okay. So if you're watching the show right now, and if you have any comments you would like to send in to Austin or I about the team, please send them in. We are taking your questions and getting more information on the team. We want to be able to get the community as much involved as possible. So please send in your questions. You can send them in on whatever platform you're watching on, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or even Twitter. Or I posted the link on my Facebook page that you can go and click on it and actually be a part of the show. So be sure to check that out. Come on and let's keep the conversation going with the Armadillos and get the word out there to them. So be sure to check that out. So one thing I wanted to ask you, Austin, is, you know, I think someone had posted a comment as well. Is the league? What's the name? What part of the league are the Armadillos a part of?
So that's been a question that's been brought up probably in the last week and a half. We're now part of the Texas State Baseball League. Um, we're still running winter ball. So yeah, we're going to be a part of the Texas State Baseball League, and I'm not going to get too much into detail on that. Um, but it's a newer league. It's still a new developed league that's coming through. And of course, I think we're looking at 6 teams and expanding to 12 next year.
Okay. And still, this is an independent league that will it cover just the state of Texas and
No, we have actually one that is in Louisiana. He's in New Orleans.
oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's kind of, the name is based out. We're just based out of Texas. We can get teams from Oklahoma. We're looking at Louisiana. So just kind of near our borders. Obviously, with it being winter, we don't want to go up north and have snowed out days.
Right. It's cold enough as is up there.
Yeah.
Especially being from Texas, we kind of we like it a little cold, but not where it's 20 below. But how many teams? I know you said 6 teams, but kind of geographically, I know you've got one in New Orleans, but where are the other teams located at?
We have one in Claiborne, Grand Prairie. We put one up in Austin, Victoria, and in Corpus right now.
Okay, and that's Randy's team, right, Randy?
And Corpus?
Yes.
Randy's in Grand Prairie.
Grand Prairie. I'm sorry, Randy. I apologize if you're still watching. I apologize about that.
I don't need to apologize to him. He's all right.
But I mean, this is exciting. With the league and everything, and baseball and all that good stuff. This is exciting for our community to be a part of. And I know the city of Victoria is, like I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. The city of Victoria is excited for it. Baseball is I think someone had mentioned this. Victoria is a baseball town.
Oh yeah.
And I think this is great. You've definitely got the community already behind you. It's such a short amount of time, so it's great for the city of Victoria and the Armadillos to join together.
Definitely, and like you had just mentioned, with the city and the community getting involved in such a short amount of time. I mean, we barely launched our page about a month ago, and we're getting all kinds of likes, all kinds of everything sent to us. So, I mean, I love it. I love it. I love the fact that the community is getting involved, and I'm meeting all these people, and that's what I wanted to bring to Victoria, is that feel back to them. I want them to see that we're not here to, we're not another pro team where you have to go spend $80 just for you and your wife to get in to watch the game. You can bring your kids out, eat off of that and watch a full 9-inning game.
Right. Exactly. Like I said, Victoria hasn't had a semi-professional team since the Rosebuds, which is Victoria Rosebuds. I think it was kind of in the, I
think the last time they revamped was in the 70s,
somewhere 60s or 70s. So, it's been, almost 50 years since. I'm just estimating here. I wasn't a math major in college, but but I mean, over 50 years that we haven't had a semi-professional team, and now we do. So Norman wrote in and said, yeah, the feedback has been all around been good so far. So that's coming from the community right there, it's been really good. So like I said, it's exciting that we can actually have baseball coming back again. So I know I keep saying that because I'm excited for it.
Oh yeah, and I mean, I grew up. Obviously, you can see in the background I have the Rangers on. I mean, that's all I do. I like sports in general. Baseball is like one of my biggest passions, if not my biggest passion in baseball, or in sports itself. So to bring it back to Victoria, I support the Generals day in and day out. Like I'll go to most of their games if I can make it out there. So just to bring it back and to see the amount that shows up to the Generals games, we're hoping to do the same thing here and
Exactly.
see how family based is. Like that's what I want to do.
So let me ask you this. I know it's probably kind of a little too early to kind of tell, but do you foresee like any type of, um, you know, game day type, uh, what's the word? Promotions, game day promotions. Sorry, my mind went blank again. But I know it's kind of early, but do you see any type of game day promotions?
Oh yeah, definitely. We have ideas that we're tossing around. Um, I'm not, we haven't decided 100% on what we're going to do. Once we get the season made, that's when we're going to put our promotions behind it as well. Um, but we have a lot of ideas for the game day promotions, whether it be, free ticket night, whatever it may be. You bring a can or you bring a toy, you get in free, whatever it is. Something that we can do. And then also we're going to have, throughout the game, we're probably going to have someone walk it through this. We're going to have what we call ushers walking through, collecting the money for the players to they do something big. And that was kind of like the old school style back in the day where you hit a home run, you hit a grand slam. All right, everyone gets money in the bucket, and that money goes to that player. Not only that, we're gonna have these small baseballs that we're probably gonna toss around, or we're gonna randomly select seats that get a free ticket to the next game, whatever it may be. We're gonna do the promotions first. However many come in, you get a free hat, whatever it is.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Awesome. So for those that are just joining us, I'm joined by Austin Hicks. He is the owner of the Victoria Armadillos, which is a semi-professional baseball team here in the city of Victoria. So if you have any questions, be sure to send us a comment on either Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, or you can join us live here on the broadcast right now. So we're just trying to get more community interaction with the Armadillos, and as well as the Rip Griffin Show as well. There's going to be a collaboration with a podcast that the Victoria Armadillos we're going to be working on. So be on the lookout for that as well. Lots of good things in the work with Austin, and it's exciting. And the Rangers are still up 3-2.
Oh yeah, they're gonna stay up 3-2. We're gonna win it. Don't worry. Sorry, Christopher. We're gonna surpass the Astros. We're gonna go a game ahead.
So yeah, be sure to send us a comment. If you have any questions regarding the organization or just in general, be sure to send us a question, or you can send me an email at theripgriffinshow@gmail.com, which you see kind of scrolling right across there. Yep, there we go. This is all new, coming to you live on the Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter channels. So Austin, man, I appreciate you taking some time joining with me, for those that are just now watching us.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I do not mind being here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, is there anything else you want to add to the to promote the team at all?
Other than just following us and be on the lookout. I mean, what we're going to be bringing Saturday night, and I'm talking it up because it's going to be huge. I'm really trying to get the news out there in the Advocate. Once we get out there. No, that's not true, Christopher. But once we get them out there, I think what we're going to bring, it's going to bring a lot of hype to it. We're working on having to where we have our home bar for the Victoria Armadillos. We're in the talks of that right now. Not going to say it until we're officially done with it, but that's what we're doing right now. So we're bringing some exciting things out. I mean, open the questions up. We're here to answer.
Absolutely. Like I said, tryouts are going to be on next Saturday, which is August the 27th at 9 a.m. at Riverside Stadium. So if you're inspiring to be a semi-professional baseball player, or a baseball player that wants to, continue playing, come on out to the tryouts and, try to make the team. So if you're watching this, here's your open invitation to the tryouts. Like I said, if we have any questions, send us your questions, and we will talk about them.
Yeah, and with the tryouts on the 22nd next Saturday, we're gonna have the registration fee is $50 for it, and like I said, try to show up. I think we're running them from 8 to 9. or 8 to 4. It's not obviously not going to be all day, but we're gonna have everything started about 9 is where our target time to start getting everyone worked out for.
Okay. Do you anticipate how many players do you anticipate so far?
We've had a pretty solid turnout. I think the first one, which is where you were at, was 27. I think showed up, almost 30. The last one, unfortunately, was during the hurricane. You were at that one too. I think we had like 21. I think it was. So I'm anticipating at least 30 to 50. We had like last one we had almost 45 commit, and they just couldn't make it because the hurricane.
Yeah, right. So Carlos says promptly at 9:00 for the tryouts.
Correct. Yep.
So be there or be square. So if you have any questions, be sure to send them in so we can continue the conversation about the Victoria Armadillos. Christopher said, "What is the cutoff time for players registration?"
I believe I have it for 8:45.
Okay. So
because we want to give them time to warm up, stretch, and get ready by 9.
So cut off at 8:45. Be on the field ready to go at 9:00, so you can try to make this team.
Yeah, and we're gonna have spots opening up, interns wise, whatever it may. We need game day staff. So if y'all are interested, anyone wants to volunteer, come out and do whatever, let us know. I mean, we need staff, and we're gonna be starting to look for it. Seeing as we're gonna be starting in January.
Okay, so if you want an internship for the team, reach out to Austin on the Facebook and get to work. Let's get to work. Baseball. Let's go. Come on.
Yep. So I have it on right behind me. I eat, sleep, breathe this all day long.
Let's see what do a Rangers update here. Still 3-2, bottom of 7th, 1 out.
Going looks like
nice little
going to the top of the 8th now.
6-4-3 double play there in the inning.
Yep.
All right. So Astros won 2-1 today. They are now 10-10 on the season, which is exciting. Back to 500. I know you don't want to hear about that, but
hey, I talk sports all the time. I'm excited for the NBA playoffs to start. So, and that's going to be interesting. I'm really hoping there's some upsets.
I saw something. This is the first year the San Antonio Spurs will not be in the playoffs.
Yeah, in like what 22
years.
Yeah,
that's insane. That's the end of an era, a playoff era.
Oh yeah, easy. I mean, the way I see San Antonio happening, I think it's about time they just completely rebuild. I mean, Pop might be he might be moving on pretty shortly. But I mean, I think it's time for them to kind of gut it and just rebuild it back up. I mean, kind of like my Mavericks did. Now we're in the playoffs, facing a hard team, but we're in the playoffs.
Who are they facing right now?
They're going to be, I think the Clippers, LA Clippers. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that one's gonna be a tough one.
Talking a little basketball with Austin Hicks, the owner of the Victoria Armadillos. As we wait for more comments and questions to come in, so let me ask you this: and this is kind of baseball related, do you think that baseball should have gone to a bubble?
I think. I mean, I think they should have. I mean, you got to look at the Cardinals. They're on the brink of canceling their season. I mean, same with the Reds. I was just looking at that. They postponed their game tomorrow. I think they should have went in a bubble because, I mean, look at NHL. They have the same thing. Nothing's came out about them. You've had a few NBA players that have, but yeah, baseball should have been a little bit smarter with that, or MLB at least.
Yeah, I kind of did not like the way that before the season started, how they made it a publicity stunt, basically, and kind of did everything publicly instead of privately, like we saw with, the NBA and the NHL. They kind of did things behind closed doors, figured it out, and now they're in the postseason. So I think that's where baseball went wrong on that aspect. The real question is what's the NFL going to do?
Yeah, I mean,
that's a lot tougher.
Are they allowing fans? Are they?
No, the Texans right now, I know, are going to say that there's going to be no fans in the month of September.
Yeah, I haven't read too much on that. That one's gonna be iffy. I mean, I'm just excited to see kind of what's the buzz is gonna be about with Washington having to change their name.
Right? The Washington football team, they kept the same colors, but they have no name other than Washington. So that's always interesting to see what's going to happen with that.
Oh yeah, yep, yeah, and I think I read somewhere that was it the Reds? No, White Sox. I can't remember who it was. It was up there up north. They want to try to bring in fans. They want to start incorporating them coming back in. So I think they put a motion in to have them back in. Um, which I mean could be a good or bad thing. What we had to do here with the Generals, everyone had to wear a mask unless you were drinking your beer, or eating, or your soda, whatever it was. You had to wear a mask at all times.
Do you think if COVID still is around, those will kind of be the same protocols that the Armadillos will take?
Coming January, yes, we're gonna have to.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want anyone getting sick from it. You know, we're gonna have to abide by the guidelines that they put. I know it's a very thin line with sports, but at the same time, I'm all for safety of everyone.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you're watching the show right now, I'm live with Austin Hicks, the owner of the Victoria Armadillos. So if you have any questions, be sure to send them in. We are trying to get the word out for the Armadillos. They've got a tryout coming out next Saturday, August 22nd. Some big plans are in place that Austin's not wanting to share with us right now, but that's okay. That's okay. The intensity is building, and my curiosity is peaked. So come out to the ballpark and support the Armadillos as the team continues to build and players are signed and baseball will be back soon here in the city of Victoria.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm excited for it. I will say the nice little surprise that we're gonna have. It is a player, and that's about all you're gonna get out of it. Um, we've been working on trying to land this person for I think the whole entire time we've been since we've been out. So finally got in touch with them, and we're excited to have them out.
No hints whatsoever.
Nope.
Oh man.
You
See,
can, you can ask. You can ask all you want to, and I'll just do the thing.
I'm trying, folks. I'm trying, but Austin's not budging. But that's okay. That just means you have to come out and see the team, watch the tryouts, and you know see this mystery person.
Oh, he's well liked. I will say that.
See, that's more reason to come out and check everything out.
Not
um,
his name. No. All right, Norman. He's been out there before. That's the corpus owner. He's pretty cool.
well, it was. If you have any questions, be sure to send them on over to us. That way we can, continue the conversation with Austin Hicks, owner of the Victoria Armadillos.
Definitely ask away. I will say that we're definitely excited to have the community to be a part of this. The dream that we're building for Victoria. It's very important to have them out here. I mean, I definitely want to have the community involved. I mean, this is what I look for. I mean, I want to bring my kids out there to the game, and and something that we're gonna do. And I said it on my Facebook Live is, although we have a bat boy, bat girl, we're gonna have another jersey set aside to bring in another. No, you won't. That's fine.
Norman just wrote in and said, "I will find out tomorrow."
But we're gonna have another one to where if families want to have their kids be the bat boys or ball boys, we're gonna have that jersey for them, and at the end of the night, they get to keep that. And it's just something to bring the families in, whatever it is. And obviously, we'll have the in between innings games and get the family, get the community involved with it.
Excellent, excellent. It's exciting, that's for sure. That's for sure. So, any more questions? Anybody has anything to ask Austin or myself about the Victoria Armadillos? As we wait in silence. Rangers
I,
still. Oh, go ahead.
I find it kind of funny with the just watching the Rangers games or any game at that. They'll be standing on first. Some of the players wear the mask, some don't. I'm like, you're gonna wear it. If you enforce it, you have to wear it the whole time. But I do believe I think it's if you're in the game, you don't have to wear it. I just think it looks funny.
Yeah, there was a player tonight for the Mariners that was wearing it while he was batting. That's kind of the first time I've seen a player actually wear a mask while he was batting. So, but yeah, some wear them, some don't. You know, some it's few and far between. But it's kind of one of those, you know, even though you're supposed to wear it, some people don't because they feel like they don't need to or they don't want to. Um, I saw a guy today in a gas station that didn't have a mask when he was supposed to have one before he walked in. Yeah, I don't know. It's just
Yeah, I think this time around, a lot of people are taking it more serious. I know the first time it was, oh, it's just the flu. It's just whatever. And they started seeing the numbers come out. So I think COVID really took it by storm again. I know they had the murder hornets, which we never heard anything about those, and then COVID revamped. So yeah, people are taking it more serious this time.
It was kind of weird because there was something every month. It was like murder hornets, or there was something else. It was like, February is COVID, March is something, April was murder hornets, or May was murder hornets. I don't know what it was, but it seemed like every month there was something new that had popped up, and now COVID's back again.
Oh yeah.
So right now your Rangers are still up 3-2, top of the 8th. Looks
Top
like
of it, no else.
they got 2 runners on, first and second.
Yep.
So yeah, Astros won 2-1. Cardinals won. They got back to playing today over the White Sox. Yeah, it's a doubleheader. Game 1 of a doubleheader, 5-1 in 7 innings. The Twins beat the Royals 4-2. That one was a doubleheader as well. Game 2 of the Cardinals series, they won 6-3 over the White Sox again. And then the Brewers over the Cubs, 6-5. The Cubs have been surprising me this year.
Yeah, them and the other surprise team is the Marlins.
Yes.
They've been. I don't know what Derek Jeter's doing down there, but he's doing something. But I mean, they shocked me. I think they finished last year 57, and what was it 108?
They were dead last in that division last year. I have the Braves pegged to win the division, but the Marlins right now are sitting in first place, which is completely odd, considering they didn't play for how many days? A week almost. And they're sitting at 9-5 right now, and
Wow.
the Braves are at second at 12-10.
Yeah. Okay, out of your honest opinion, who do you have winning it this year?
Right now, well, before the season started, I had the Astros winning. I had the Astros and Braves in the World Series. Now, as the season is a third of the way, Gary Moses is involved in helping get the team start.
I've been in contact with Gary Moses. He's excited for it. Anything that we have going, actually, I need to call him on Monday to get with the tryouts. So, yeah, he's definitely been involved. We have reached out with him. So, yes, and watching out for Acuna. That guy might be the next Mike Trout. He's a solid player.
Ooh, next Mike Trout, man. It's
tough to say, but
that is tough to say. I honestly would have thought there would be another Mike Trout, but I mean, Acuna is good. He is good. He's young. He's coming into his element right now, and I think, a couple years, maybe another year. I'll say next year because it will be a full season, hopefully. But we should see him break out and have a monster season.
Oh yeah, and there's a player. Oh gosh, what's his name? He plays for the Padres. Is it Tatis?
Fernando Tatis Jr.
I think he's only played 100 games. Now, obviously more, but he was the first player to hit 30 home runs. Oh gosh, I can't remember how many RBIs, but he jumped on the storm and took it by storm. So they're already comparing him to Derek Jeter.
And Norman wrote in, he's a lot better than Harper.
I'm not a big fan of Harper.
There was a lot of buzz when he first came in after he was drafted right out of high school, and he kind of took the league by storm. And there was a lot of buzz around him. The league kind of wrapped their arms around him and marketed him very well. And then he kind of just he hit that peak, and then he plateaued, and then now he's kind of on the downward again.
He got paid. That's it.
I think that's all he was looking for, was to get paid. And now, we have Fernando Tatis Jr. coming in. Like Carlos said, he's the future. He's the future of Major League Baseball. But yeah, Harper came on strong. I think once he got that 300 and what was that?
It was like three. I think it's like three. Was it 314?
314. Because Machado, he's another one that got paid, but really hasn't produced very much. And that's. I think I saw something today that the Mookie Betts, actually, he just got paid that 350 some odd $1 million contract or whatever he got. Someone said something that he was your Machado, your $300 million man is watching a $356 million man run around third.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I think Machado is kind of.
I don't think he's overrated. I just think he's not playing up to a $300 million contract. Let's just put it that way.
Norman wrote in, someone to watch out for is that kid named Blaze. The kid is like 17 and he's a monster. Do you know where he's at, Norman? I'm not sure. I haven't heard of that one, so I'm intrigued by what Norman has said. But anyways, I think Machado, like I said, I don't think he's overrated. I think he just needed, I don't know.
I think he needs a spotlight off of him over there. And I think that's what Tatis is going to be bringing to him. So I think he's one of those, he can't be the superstar on the team.
Right.
But he could still play good for it.
Austin wrote in, what part of Austin will be, Brian wrote in, what part of Austin will the team be located? I know you stated there's going to be one in the league.
We are working on the stadium right now. I'm not 100% sure where we're putting it at. I know we have talks up in Georgetown. Oh, 3-run homer. There you go. Sorry. No, and we're looking at, possibly Georgetown, Pflugerville. There's another stadium I can't remember the name of, but we're working on it. And then I know in Corpus we have possibly, and we're hoping, fingers crossed, that we have games in Whataburger Field and possibly like championship and playoff games in Dale Diamond and stuff. So.
Oh, fantastic. Those are two great stadiums right there to play some championship baseball in.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're watching the show live here on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, I am joined by Austin Hicks, owner of the Victoria Armadillos, a semi-professional team here in the city of Victoria. So if you have any questions you'd like to send them on over. We've got some great discussions going on. We're talking a little baseball, a little basketball, kind of anything in between as we wait for your comments or your questions to come through. So Blaze Jordan, the guy that Norman was talking about, he's out of Mississippi. So we'll have to keep an eye out for him. So it'll be interesting to see what comes about there. So your Rangers are now up 6-2, still top of the 8th, 2 outs.
I did see your, was it earlier today or yesterday? The top prospect of high school football just signed with the Longhorns. He's out of South, he's out of South Lake?
South Lake Arrow.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he's out of South Lake. I think he's going to be
quarterback.
quarterback 2023, I think, is when he's going to be there. Maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know. Let me kind of check that out here.
Oh,
But
if it's a verbal, I'm never 100% with the verbal.
yeah, I think it gives the opportunity for the player to switch schools or if something happens. Yeah, Quinn Ewers, EWERS commits to Texas. Let's find out here. I'm pulling it up on ESPN right now. But yeah, he's out of Carroll High School in South Lake, Texas. He won't be there until 2022. So I was a year off. But he's the number one prospect in Texas since since 2006. So that Texas has gone. I think Vince Young was the number one pick, the number one quarterback in the state when he signed with Texas. Or was it no? Because I'm trying to remember.
We won in his 2005 year, his championship year.
Yeah, it was 2005. That was the year Vince Young. And then Colt McCoy came in 2006. Played all 4 years. So I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, it had to be.
I'm trying to remember who the number one quarterback was when Colt McCoy was there. Because he didn't play, obviously.
I think he was a year behind Vince Young. Oh God, no, he wasn't. I can't remember.
Carlos just said that Blaze was drafted by the Red Sox.
Oh, see how that.
Yeah.
If he's as good as they're putting him out to be, we'll see.
What do you think about the local guy that out of Refugio that got drafted by the White Sox?
I haven't really done too much on him, but he's on with their inner squad right now. So I see him being called up probably this year, if not for sure next year. He got picked up second round, third round,
third round. He was drafted. Out of high school, he was pitched for Team USA. I'm trying to remember what his name is. I've got it here. I'm trying to remember what his name is, but yeah, drafted out of third round, local guy. So that's exciting for the Crossroads area. Is we've got a local guy playing professional baseball again for the White Sox. I'm trying to remember what his name is here.
Yeah, and that's one thing I definitely want to bring here is if we can get some players drafted out of our team or their contracts bought out is what we should say. I feel like that's a win automatically for Victoria. To go play at a higher pro ball.
Right. Trying to find his name here.
I know we will have some former pro ball players that have, double A, triple A, but they'll be on our team for sure.
Absolutely. So, like I said, if you are wanting to come out and try out for the Victoria Armadillos, we have tryouts will be out August 22nd at 9 a.m. Be sure to sign in by 8:45, and come out and try to make the team and continue your baseball career. Well, I can't find his name, but I know he's from Refugio, so that's all I know.
Kelly, right?
Something like that. I don't.
Let's see. Jared Kelly.
That's it right there. Jared Kelly. All right. Well, if he's on the taxi squad or the inter squad game, or inter squad roster, excuse me, hopefully we might see him actually be in the big leagues this year. I don't know if that will happen because you kind of, when you start adding players, especially like with the Astros, for example, their bullpen is primarily rookies. You've got a couple of veterans in there, but you've got guys that are thrown into the fire a little too early, and now they've got service time that they've acquired, and so that kind of leads to future problems, whether or not to keep them on the roster, put them out in AAA or AA or wherever. So it kind of, there's a lot of other aspects when you call a player up. So maybe we might see him, maybe we may not, but hopefully whether or not he'll be in the big league soon. So I know we're excited for that.
Oh yeah.
So Norman asked a question: will we have some scouts come to set out? Oh, sorry, we have some scouts to set up to come out to the games.
Yeah, we will have scouts out there. Obviously, if the player's good enough, the scouts will be there. I mean, we're gonna send in, tape to all these other scouts. And they're gonna start catching wind. We have connections already with the scouts, major league scouts. That is, at least 20 of them that I know for sure will be league wide that they're gonna have. So.
No, that's awesome. Great question, Norman. Thank you.
And the way it looks, I mean, we should have quite a relationship with like the Grand Prairie Air Hogs, with the Sugarland Skeeters. We're building on. I'm trying, like, the team in Corpus and the team in Round Rock. I would like to get them to have a good relationship with the Hooks or the Express. Because with that being said, if I think MLB allows them, if during the off season they're in a winter league, they can go to a winter league and play. So, I mean, if that's the case, Corpus might have a stacked team with AA players.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Austin area.
Right. So we might have some scouts come out and check out some of these players. So be exciting to check out and see what happens come January. So Austin, man, we've had some questions come through. A lot of great feedback from the community so far. If there's anybody has any other questions or anything, please send them on over right now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's been great. And if they don't have questions, I know some people they just wait until afterwards. I've already talked to a few people.
Okay, so
yeah.
Norman, he wrote back and said that he meant to say that we already have talked to a few people about getting scouts to come out. Okay, so just to kind of clarify that from what Norman had said earlier. Yeah. Well, man, Austin, I appreciate you coming on the show. Lots of great feedback from the community. It's a good collaboration between the show and the podcast that the Armadillos have coming out. So be on the lookout for that, and be able to look out, for tryouts for the team. If you're, like I said, if you're watching and you're wanting to continue your baseball career, come on out to Riverside Stadium, August 22nd, 9:00 is when the tryouts start. Be there by 8:45 to sign in, and try to make this team and continue your baseball career.
Yeah, we look forward to having everyone out there. Once again, the community can come out and watch the tryouts, and come see who we're bringing in. Come see the surprise that we have for the community. I mean, we look forward to having everyone out there, and we can do some pre-orders on merch. We'll just go from there.
That's awesome. Awesome. So, yeah, come on out and support your local semi-professional baseball team. So that's going to do it for this live episode of the Rip Griffin Show. I appreciate you taking the time and to join us. Like I said, this is something new that I wanted to try. And Austin, I appreciate you coming on and, doing this journey with me. I know it was a little confusing. Probably I lost my thoughts a couple of times, but that's live broadcasting there. I can't edit that out now. So
hey, that's your fault, not mine. I know I've had some issues with my end, but I didn't forget about it. We're good. I liked it being live. I mean, I feel like it gives more in depth to them, and not something that's previously recorded. So
absolutely. But that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I appreciate you watching. If you were unable to watch, there will be an audio version of the podcast that will probably be released tomorrow. So until then, be sure to like and subscribe to the show. If you have any questions, be sure to send them to the Rip Griffin Show at gmail.com, which is that email that you see scrolling across your screen there. Or you can reach me on Twitter at RipGriffin2 or at the Rip Griffin Show on Facebook. Austin, where can everybody reach you at?
Victoria Armadillos at gmail.com, or on Facebook is where we're at on the social media platform. So send us a message, whatever it may be, ask us questions. and that's where you can get us at. Right now, we're in, or even Instagram. We have Instagram launch too.
Fantastic. I'll be sure to put the email in the show notes. That way, if you were unable to get it, you can access it there. But that's going to do it for this IF episode of the Rip Griffin Show. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate all your comments, and we'll see you later.